So continue. Next piece. Topic is doing Melachah during Ben Hashemashos for benefit during Ben Hashemashos. So now this section before we said it looks like if person would do it Ben Hashemashos, it looks like that he or she preparing for after Ben Hashemashos for after the nightfall. But now it's very interesting topic. If we're doing now for now, right? So it is still same time period. So let's see. Every moment of Ben Hashemashos is possibly part of the previous day and possibly part of the next day. So it's not like closer to the nightfall is any better than the beginning of the Ben Hashemashos. It's exactly the same this doubtful period. Thus, even one does Melachah during Ben Hashemashos for immediate benefit. It is possible that that benefit will come during the legally part of the next day. Okay, so it's very interesting. So one more time. Thus, even if one does Melachah during this Ben Hashemashos, so but like again, two opinions. Maybe it's still day, but maybe it's already night. For immediate benefit, so even for immediate benefit, it is possible that the benefit will come during what legally part of the next day. Okay, so that's not what we want, and that's for sure it's going to be a violation of this Melachah. Continue. There is a general rule that the cases of doubt involve biblical law are treated stringently, whereas those involve rabbinical law are treated leniently. Hagaon, Harav, Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, Zatzal. There are 4 rules that during Ben Hashemashos one should not perform Melachah that is prohibited biblically, midaraisa, right? Even for the benefit during Ben Hashemashos. However, one may perform for immediate benefit a Melachah that's only prohibited rabbinically, midrabanan. Thus, one should not boil water during Ben Hashemashos to drink immediately, since the act of boiling water is biblical Melachah. However, one may carry something through carmelis during Ben Hashemashos if he needs to use it in a different location during Ben Hashemashos, because transporting something through the carmelis for a non-festival use is only rabbinical prohibition. Okay, so let's try to analyze this piece. Okay, so then we're going to explain. Okay, so from the beginning, and we're going to explain. There's a general rule that the cases of doubt involve biblical law are treated stringently, whereas those involved rabbinical laws are treated leniently. And the simple example, just to remind who learn with us, and to new people, they should learn now, right? Most of the blessings that we do, for example, before the food, eating food, and after eating food, and all of that before what is it? Commandments. So most of them are rabbinical. They're not biblical. But some of them, for example, Birchas Hamazon is biblical. So if person does not remember if he did made a blessing on the water or on the apple that he's eating, so and there is no way to fix it properly to fix it, but fix it meaning that make a blessing something else and continue with your apple, right? But if there is no other thing, so you're allowed actually to continue eating, like after the fact, after all of the facts, so you're allowed to continue eating. Because why? Because this is rabbinical, and it is a rabbinical commandment, and plus you in doubt, you do not remember. If you remember that you didn't do it, so there is no problem. You just make the blessing wherever you are. But if you're not sure, so you don't make it. Same the thing like after the food, you ate the food and you don't remember whether you said the blessing. So don't say. Again, why? It is rabbinical. But if you don't remember, if you say Birchas Hamazon, for sure you must repeat And if you forgot, I'm not sure if you had said ritzei, so meaning this addition for Shabbos, you have to repeat Birchas Hamazon. It's very, very simple. Why? Because it is biblical mitzvah. So again, if it's a biblical, we act stringently, right? If it's rabbinical, we act leniently, meaning don't do it. Okay, continue. Hagaon Harav Moshe Feinstein, Shlomo Zalman Auerbach Zatzal. Therefore, are rules that during Beit Hashemashos one should not perform melacha prohibited biblically, midraisa, right? So Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach said, don't do if it's a biblical and it's questionable time, right? So according to our rule that we just learned or just refreshed, right? So that's he said, don't do it if it's right. But when you have double doubt, so you actually can do it. The doubt is maybe it's a previous day, right? Maybe it's still day. Okay. However, one may perform for immediate use melacha that's prohibited rabbinically, midrabanan. So that's why, like, sometimes people ask why we put such a big emphasis on whether is it biblical or rabbinical. Do you have to do it? Yeah, you have to do it. Absolutely, it does not make any difference if it's biblical or rabbinical. But the difference come into play when there is exceptional cases like this. Of course, nobody like planning to do melacha, like no normal person would plan to do melacha after the sunset, right? It means that you have exceptional circumstances. Okay, so we need to know always, is it biblical or is it rabbinical? Thus, one should not boil water during Bein Hashemashos to drink immediately, since the act of boiling is a biblical mitzvah. So boiling is a cooking, so we're not allowed to cook. We are not allowed to cook on Shabbos, on Yom Tov we are allowed, but not for the next day, right? So it would be like preparation for the next day, which is forbidden biblically. So it's a biblical melacha that even though it is allowed on the day of Yom Tov, but not preparation melacha for not preparation for the next day. Okay, that's biblical. However, one may carry something through the Carmelis. So Carmelis is like intermediate domain. So let me quickly explain so we have some idea. So we have a private domain. So private domain is usually something that's surrounded by walls, right? Or it has fence or something, some demarcation, right? That was created like Eruv. There's a special procedure how you make Eruv, but let's say without this procedure, if you like, for example, you're building was not such a good your house, right? For sure, that would be a private area, right? So when you go outside, it's no longer a private area, but it's not a public place. So public domain meaning like either like straight road, it's very wide, and 600,000 people travel every day. So it must be like a major avenue, something, Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, I guess, or some Broadway or something, like big avenues, right? It would be biblically considered a public domain, right? But our sages say, even our street, of course, nobody, like we don't have maybe 1,000 people can walk in one day, maybe not even that much in our streets, right? So I mean, maybe the main streets it would be like in thousands, I guess, but still not 600,000. So this area is called the Carmelis. So, but our sages, like they say, no, we don't want people to carry. They would go crazy with carrying from one place to another. So we're going to treat this Carmelis, this intermediate domain, not public and not private, because it's shared by many people. We're going to treat it stringently as a public domain. So that's why we're not allowed to carry. So even though you live in a community that I don't know, have not too many people, right? It does not make any difference. So it's Carmelis, and our sages forbid us to carry. But again, it's our sages. According to the biblical law, there is no problem with them. Okay, so Okay, that's what he's trying to tell us. So, and if okay, the whole sentence. However, one may carry something through carmelus, which you just explained what carmelus is, during Ben Hashemashos, during this period from twilight, from sunset until the nightfall. If he needs to use it in different location during Ben Hashemashos. So again, our topic is here doing something during Ben Hashemashos for the benefit of the Ben Hashemashos. So we want to derive benefit during Ben Hashemashos. So it depends on season. It could be like in the summer, it could be very long, maybe an hour, but in the winter, of course, it's much shorter, and the closer you live to the equator, so it's much shorter. So right. So that's why in Jerusalem they actually do not 18 minutes but 40 minutes. That's practice. And if you ever been to Jerusalem, like on Friday night, like sun sets very fast, very very fast. Okay, so that's why they say 40 minutes. Okay. So in this case, if you need to do this, and it's you're going to finish in Ben Hashemashos, meaning for sure it's not going to carry, according to all of the opinions, with the nightfall you have next day. According to all of the opinions, there is no problem. So, but if you can do something in this period of Ben Hashemashos, that and it's rabbinic, so it would be allowed.